One prominent legend describes sage Shilada, who performed severe penance to obtain a child with immortality and great devotion to Shiva. Pleased with his penance, Shiva granted him Nandi, who was born from the divine energies of a sacred cow. Another version narrates that Nandi emerged from a yajna, sacrificial fire, performed by Shilada. Upon his birth, Nandi was granted immortality and a place at Shiva's side.
So does Nandi have a female form or is male and female both?
No. He's one of the Ganas, so he doesn't belong to male-female category.
Of course, they wouldn't let him into the temple. He knew they're not going to bend the rules, and all he wants to do is just see once. The big Nandi which was sitting in his way, the Nandi moved to one side. And later on, people called him Nandanar, became a famous sage. Nobody ever knew his name.
Vanakkam, Sadhguru. You said in one of your speeches that Shiva has entered your life and enslaved you. Why did it happen to you? Why not others? The consciousness of truth that you have, that is because of the seeking that you did. But this thing, why did it happen?
I think in some way I already touched this. See, just now, for the previous question, what we spoke is relevant to this. The most important thing is to see what is true. Not socially what is true. Socially, different things are true for different people. Existentially, what is true. Psychologically, different things are true for different people. But existentially, what is true, we must see. In the sense, the fact of the matter is, do you know where you came from to this planet? Do you know? Either through your religion or through your science or through some philosophy, do you know for sure from where you came? Hello? Hello? Do you know where you will go after you die? No. Do you know where you are right now in the cosmos? Do you have a GPS to tell you in this cosmos, this is where you are? Do you know? Sir? Do you really know? You don't even know where the cosmos begins, where it ends, so how do you know where you are? Sitting on this little mud ball called planet, you and me sitting here and talking all this, quite miraculous, isn't it? You don't know where you come from, you don't know where you will go, you did not exist probably 30 years ago, most of you. Today you're here, you will not exist after 100 years. Many people like you and me have sat here like this talking all kinds of rubbish and they are nowhere to be seen. You don't know a damn thing about life, yes or no? Hello? You may know life in Chennai, but you don't know a damn thing about this life. If you realize this, and if you're conscious of this, what would you do? Any conclusion you make is just utterly stupid, isn't it? Hello? Whatever the conclusion, no, God made me and I've come and I'll go back to God. Oh, please go back, if you're so bloody sure. No, God is up there, but the planet is round and the damn thing is spinning, you're obviously looking up always in the wrong direction. You don't know a damn thing about anything, please know this. If you realize this, you will become super open to everything, alert and open. If you just become this, alert and patient, this will happen to you. This is why symbolically, now don't think I'm spreading a religion for you, because this is not a religious process. Symbolically, outside every Shiva temple, they put a Nandi. Nandi is a symbolism of eternal waiting, alert and waiting. He never said, where the hell are you, come? He simply waits. This is considered as the highest level of intelligence because you're alert and you're stable. Now things will happen to you, everything that's real will touch you. But otherwise you're busy with your own creation. What you think you're thought, brilliant thought that some of you are having is just recycling of the limited data that you have gathered, yes or no? Hello, there are many computer engineers here. Whatever thought that you're having is just recycling a very limited data that you have gathered, yes or no? So the important thing in this is, the yogic culture always identified with ignorance, not with knowledge. Because whatever we may know, if we have read the libraries on the planet, if you have 100 PhDs, still what you know is a minuscule in this existence, isn't it? Hello? Hello? In this cosmos, it doesn't matter how much we know, if you are the most knowledgeable person on this planet, still what you know is just a tiny little minuscule. If you identify with this minuscule, you will become a minuscule, because what you identify with, you become, isn't it? You identify with India, you become an Indian. You identify with Hindu, you become Hindu. You identify with Islam, you become Muslim. Yes or no? What you identify with, you become that. If you identify with this little knowledge, you will become that. But our ignorance is boundless. Hello? So you identify with your ignorance, you identify with what you do not know. Now, you're all the time 100% open and alert to everything. If you just do that, everything will descend upon you.
So Sadhguru, this is the biggest bull I've ever seen. But I mean he's magnificent, he's aggressive, he's massive, and he looks ready for action, pointed straight into the Dhyanalingam, the temple. Tell me about him.
This is Shiva's vehicle. His automobile parked outside. Do you expect him to ride some mild scooter? He rides a mean machine.
Okay. Can I touch him?
Yeah.
What's he made of? I mean, I can see this is metal, it's steel.
See, this is a very unique way of making this. Each piece is not more than like 6 to 9 inches.
Yeah.
Small pieces all put together. Probably this is the only bull in a temple made like this. And inside it's filled with sesame seed, turmeric, vibhuti, the sacred ash, and certain types of oils, and some sand, some certain type of soils inside. This will make the bull reverberate with a certain energy. When people come and they're with the bull, it radiates a certain field of energy. So it's been prepared in a certain way, the whole concoction. This is taken in some 20 tons of material inside. It's full inside, it's like a tank filled with these substances, and it's sealed, it's forever.
And if I walk around the bull, I should feel some kind of energy
You should.
if I open myself to it.
Yes.
If I open myself to bull. Okay.
No, usually it's not the bull that is being referred to that way, it's only what the bull drops, okay? So,
Yeah.
don't pick up the dung, just the bull is good.
And why a bull, and why is the bull… I mean, I understand, so if it's Shiva's vehicle and Dhyanalingam is about Shiva, so what? He's waiting for Shiva to come out and say, what? Tell me more about
He's
the
he's not waiting for him to come out and say something.
Yeah.
He's in waiting. Nandi is a symbolism of eternal waiting, okay? Because waiting is considered as the greatest virtue in this culture. One who knows how to simply sit and wait is naturally meditative. He is not expecting Shiva will come out tomorrow, but he will wait forever. So that quality is the essence of receptivity. So Nandi is Shiva's closest accomplice because he is the essence of receptivity. So before you go into the temple, you must have the quality of the Nandi, that you simply sit. You're not trying to go to heaven, you're not trying to get this or that, you go inside and simply sit. So just sitting here, he's telling you, when you go into the temple, don't do your fanciful things. Don't ask for this, that nonsense. Just go and sit like me. So that's the message he's giving you.
And waiting and anticipation are two different things, I assume.
He's not waiting in anticipation of
He's
anything,
just
that's what I'm saying. Just waiting.
Yeah.
He's not anticipating anything, he's not expecting anything, he's just waiting. That's meditation, just
Yeah.
sitting.
Okay.
So that's his message for you. Simply go inside and sit. Alert,
Yeah.
not sleepy. Alert and
that's-
sitting.
Yeah. So you're saying, Sadhguru, that the bull is sitting in what we would call meditation.
See, people have always misunderstood meditation means some kind of an activity. No, it's a quality. So fundamental difference, why? Because this is a meditative temple, this is not a temple of prayer. Prayer means you're trying to talk to God. You're trying to tell Him your woes, your expectations, your whatever else. Meditation means you're willing to listen to God. You're just willing to listen to the existence, to the ultimate nature of creation. You have nothing to say, you simply listen. That is the quality of Nandi, he just sits. Alert, this is very important. He is alert. He is not sleepy, he is not sitting in a passive way. He is sitting very active, no expectation, no anticipation, no looking forward to anything, but full alertness, full life, just sitting. That's
Jeez.
meditation.
Active and not passive, meditation, not expectation, nothing, just waiting
Yes,
and…
just waiting, not for anything in particular. Whatever
being
is
aware.
reality, if you just wait without doing your own thing, then existence will do its thing.
Yeah.
So meditation essentially means you are not doing your own thing. The individual person is not doing his own thing, he is just there. So once you're simply there, the larger dimension of the existence, which is always in action, you become aware of it.
And part of it.
And of course, you're anyway a part of it, you become
Yeah.
aware that you're a part of it. Even now you're a part of it. But becoming aware that I'm a part of it is meditativeness. So Nandi is the symbolism of that, he just sits. Sitting here reminding everybody, you must sit like me.
So does Nandi have a female form or is male and female both?
No. He's one of the Ganas, so he doesn't belong to male-female category.
He's beyond that.
Yes.
So can we go inside the Dhyana Lingam? Yeah.
But right from his childhood, Shiva has so fired him up. And just some 25 kilometers away, there's a famous Shiva temple. And he feels Shiva is calling him. But his life is not his own, he cannot make the trip. Any number of times he presented his case to the landlord, just one day trip. I will go to the temple and come back. Landlord always said, today there is weeding, day after tomorrow there is fertilizing, day after tomorrow there is some other work, you have to till the land. No, one day you can't waste, what do you think? As it is, you're a useless fellow. One day you want to waste in a life. Any number of times presented the case. This started building up within him. He wants to see Shiva. This time he went and stood in front of the landlord with a different kind of dignity that a bonded labor never knows, not supposed to have. And the landlord started off, you idiot, last time your mother was sick, before that your sister was getting married, before that your grandmother died 3 times over. Now you want to go to the temple, nothing doing. He said, I'll do all the work today, tomorrow, just a day trip. I will go and come. Then the landlord, in some moment, just this new dignity in the man, the new energy that was reverberating in him. In a moment, the landlord gave in and said, okay, go and come back before evening. Then he realized what he's done. Then he said, before you leave, all the 40 acres you must till and go. Entire 40 acres you must plow. It's evening. Before morning you must plow and then go to the temple. He was not foolish enough even to attempt that. He just went to bed. His entire system was reverberating. He knew he will go to the temple no matter what's the consequence. A new kind of energy has been reverberating through his entire body. Morning before he woke up, there was a big commotion in the village. What is it? The entire 40 acres was plowed. And he came out and looked. He couldn't believe it. The landlord was standing with his mouth open. Landlord's wife and children started coming and falling at this man's feet, whose name we do not know. Generally, he is referred to as the tiller. He couldn't believe this. Then he knew. He always thought, by appealing to Shiva, he can move the laws of nature. He can bend the laws of nature. But the laws of man are so cruel that you can never bend them. But here, the laws of man and gods and nature all bent. Suddenly people came, put silver coins in his hand. Somebody put a food hamper in his hand. Somebody gave him a stick and said, he's gone to the temple, he's a chosen one. Shiva himself has come and plowed 40 acres of land. He went to the temple with great joy in his heart. But having lived the life of an outcast, he's not forgotten that he cannot cross the threshold of the temple. He stood there. Of course, they wouldn't let him into the temple. He knew they're not going to bend the rules, and all he wants to do is just see once. The big Nandi which was sitting in his way, the Nandi moved to one side. And later on, people called him Nandanar, became a famous sage. Nobody ever knew his name because he's just known as a tiller. But his entire life is just this one thing. You cannot even call him a devotee, just intrigued, unwilling to let go of the intrigue. The problem with most logical minds is something intrigues you, then you give a stupid explanation to it and you kill it right there. Most minds are incapable of living with intrigue. They want a stupid answer to it today, and they'll come to a conclusion tonight before they go to bed. Oh, this is like this, that is like that. Every idiot on the planet thinks he's a scientist because they read some textbook in the school. The stupid textbook is no more relevant. Anybody, any man of science will not accept this stupid stuff anymore. There is so much here. There is so much everywhere. Unanswered. You don't have the intelligence or the means to answer these questions. Just remain with that. That is a sincere human being. One who knows that he doesn't know the answers is a sincere human being. One who finds a silly logical answer is a foolish human being. But he thinks he's smart. This is all that's needed. You just have to walk with this intrigue. If you have devotion in your heart, fantastic. If you don't have devotion in your heart, your mind bothers you. Just maintain the intrigue. That's all it takes.
Nandi, the sacred bull of Hindu culture, is a prominent figure in Hindu tradition and a significant deity associated with Lord Shiva. Here are 5 lesser known facts about Nandi. Vahana, vehicle and gatekeeper. Nandi, depicted as a majestic white bull, is more than just Shiva's mount. He is the guardian of Kailash, Shiva's abode. In the temples dedicated to Shiva, Nandi statues are strategically placed facing the main shrine. This positioning allows devotees to channel their prayers through Nandi to Shiva. The tradition of whispering in Nandi's ears is rooted in the belief that Nandi, as Shiva's close companion, ensures that these prayers are heard and answered. This practice symbolizes the devotee's trust in Nandi's intercessory power. Symbol of Dharma. Nandi's representation as a symbol of Dharma is profound. In Hindu culture, he is often depicted in a seated posture called Virabhadra with folded legs and an upright body. This pose signifies readiness to serve and unwavering faith. Nandi's adherence to Dharma reflects the ideal devotee's path, loyalty, strength and moral integrity. This embodiment of Dharma makes Nandi a model of virtue and righteousness, inspiring devotees to live a life of duty and service. Significance in the Nandi shrines. Nandi shrines or Nandi mandapas are integral to Shiva temples. These pavilions, usually positioned directly in front of the main sanctum, are architectural marvels in themselves, often adorned with intricate carvings and sculptures. The act of circumambulating the Nandi shrines, pradakshina, is a ritual that signifies reverence and devotion. It is believed that performing this ritual purifies the mind and body, aligning the devotee's energies with the divine. In some temples, elaborate festivals and rituals are centered around Nandi, highlighting his importance in temple worship. The origin of Nandi. The story of Nandi's birth varies across different texts and traditions. One prominent legend describes sage Shilada, who performed performed severe penance to obtain a child with immortality and great devotion to Shiva. Pleased with his penance, Shiva granted him Nandi, who was born from the divine energies of a sacred cow. Another version narrates that Nandi emerged from a yajna, sacrificial fire, performed by Shilada. Upon his birth, Nandi was granted immortality and a place at Shiva's side. These stories emphasize Nandi's divine origin and his special status among Shiva's attendants. Connection with Ananda Tandava. The Ananda Tandava, or the dance of bliss, is a significant aspect of Shiva, symbolizing the cosmic cycles of creation and destruction. Nandi's role in this dance is not merely that of an observer but an active participant. As the chief of Shiva's Ganas, Nandi's drumming on the mridangam provides the rhythmic accompaniment to Shiva's dance. This participation underscores Nandi's integral role in the cosmic order, as the dance itself represents the dynamic balance of the universe. Through this connection, Nandi is seen as a vital force in maintaining cosmic harmony. Nandi's multifaceted role in Hindu culture, his symbolism and his presence in temple architecture all highlights his significance. He is not just a loyal servant but a divine entity who embodies the principles of devotion, duty and righteousness. His stories and rituals associated with him continue to inspire and guide devotees in their spiritual journeys.